Hey everyone, welcome to the Students for Sensible Drug Policy 2016 Marijuana Legalization Phonebank tutorial video. We've been listening to feedback from our students and from the campaigns on the ground about our phone bank, and we've decided to make some significant changes to it. So I'm here today to show you how those changes work and why they're important and troubleshoot any technical issues you may be having. Before I jump into that, I want to give a quick word about why the phone bank is so important and why we've been pushing it out so hard for the last few weeks. So what we know is that the people who are most likely to support marijuana legalization are also least likely to vote. So we've designed our phone banks to target voters who are between the ages of 18 and 35, which is that age group that is most likely to support legalizing marijuana, least likely to actually go out and do it. So our phone bank script also is not built to persuade these folks, because generally speaking they'll be with us on the issue, and what we're doing is getting out the vote, reminding them to go vote, and if they haven't heard about it, informing them that marijuana legalization is on the ballot and they can participate in this historic election. So the idea is that we can push these people who 80% of the time say yes to legalizing marijuana, but only 50% of the time actually go out and vote about it, to go out to the polls and increase the numbers and make a significant impact on this election. So, without any further ado, let's get started and show you how this all works. So, the website is the same, legalize2016.org. So, navigate to that page and you'll get to our homepage where you can see the Get Started button. You can also get started at the top. You can view the leaderboard. You can register to vote or get information about it if that's still applicable in your state. And of course, you can go to our main website or our social media pages. So, let's get started. Click the big orange button. You may not be able to see the text on my video. Unfortunately, my video encoder is low quality, but you don't actually need to see the text here. Just watch the motion of the screen and it'll give you an idea of what's going on. So our Get Started page is different than it has been in the past. Now it has my email at the top in case you have outstanding questions or issues. It has a tutorial video, which is still coming soon because I'm currently making it. And our phone bank selector looks completely different. So instead of having two phone banks, one for adult use initiatives and one for medical initiatives, we've broken it down state by state based on what our students are asking and what the campaigns are asking for. In addition to that, we have talked with the campaigns about internal polling and where calls are going to make the biggest impact, and we've determined the highest priority state. Right now it's Maine, but this may change day to day. It may even change hour to hour. So every time you go to start making calls, after a break or after a day or whatever it is, make sure to go back to the Get Started page and see what our highest priority is. But if you have a personal connection to another state and you'd like to see marijuana legalization happen in that state specifically, and that's what motivates you, you still have the option to select each and every state. So this is where the technical issue comes in and people have a little bit of difficulty, but I'm here to help troubleshoot that. So let's choose a random state, let's say California. So you'll see the California page, which has a link to the phone bank script, so you can read it before you actually get there. It has a link to the phone bank selector if you want to try a different phone bank. Got a link to the California page. And so it also has all these talking points at the top in case you need to fall back on some talking points. You can just scroll up to the other part of the page and see what's going on. And then scroll down and you'll see this call fire window. So we're going to go ahead and create an account. Test person. Here's my phone number if you don't already have it. We'll click Create Account. It may try to get you to watch an introduction video. You can skip that because you're watching our introduction video. And then it'll go to this page with the campaigns. You'll see a training campaign, which you can run if you'd like to see how the system works, or you'll see the Regulate California campaign. You click Join Campaign, it'll call your phone, and then pick up the call from the random number. It's taking a while for them to call. There it is. Pick it up, and then click Begin Dialing. We're going to end this session, which you can do at the bottom here. Hang up our phone, and I'm going to show you where the issues come into. So let's say you've made some calls to California and you're like, okay, that's great, but I actually live in Arizona and I'd like to call Arizona, or Florida and I'd like to call Florida. Great, let's go to Florida. So here, again, we have talking points about medical marijuana in Florida. We have the entire Phonebank script. And we have our call fire window again. So what you'll do is you'll click the login button at the bottom of the call fire window. It's very important. Login button all the way at the bottom under the big green create account. Unfortunately, we can't change this login page to be more intuitive because it's not ours. So you'll log in. They may ask you to watch the introduction video again. And here's a very common technical issue. So I've gone to the call fire page on the medical marijuana page for Florida, but I'm only seeing Regulate California in training, right? So here's how you fix this. You end the session. Make sure you're not in any other Phonebank page. Reload the page. And then try logging in again. Here we go. And so you'll actually see the login page as opposed to being automatically logged in. So test at ssdp.org. Here we are. And now we see the Florida medical marijuana campaign. Excellent, right? So let's talk about why this happens and how it's so easy to kind of get tripped up here. So if you go back to the Get Started page, actually we'll go back. So say I'm logged in. Let's say we select another one. Let's just choose any state that I haven't signed up with on this particular test email. So if I log in to the Massachusetts campaign, but my call fire session is still running from the Florida campaign, the Florida campaign session will persist over to the other Massachusetts website. So you've got to end the session on both pages. It helps to X out just to be safe. And then reload to clear your call fire session. And when you log in from your account at the correct campaign page and your session has been closed before, we'll see the Yes on 4 campaign, which is for Massachusetts. Makes sense? I hope that clears up any questions. Again, you can email me at tyler@ssdp.org if you have additional questions, but this is the biggest sticking point for all of our technicalities. So don't forget, these phone calls make a huge difference. Convincing voters to go out, get to the polls, and vote their conscience on these issues can make a real impact in all of these states where polling is really close, and a couple thousand calls to each of these states can make a huge impact. Of course, don't forget that if you make 100 phone calls, we'll be sending you a free t-shirt and all of our other beautiful prizes like a 30-minute one-on-one with a drug policy reform leader, or having our executive director Betty and another drug policy reform thought leader come to your campus to do a presentation. These things are excellent, and all the cap points that we give you. So there's so many reasons to use this Phonebank. It's so important right now. I can't say it enough. Please go out, make these calls. Let us know if you're having more technical difficulties. We can change this to meet your needs. We just need to generate these phone calls. So let's go out there and end marijuana prohibition. Thanks, everyone. Bye.